Hello, and a warm welcome to the My Symptoms Decoded online course. My name is Dr. Chaba Dioszeghy, author of the book Undiagnosed, which serves as the basis for this online course. For over 30 years, I've worked as a doctor in critical care and emergency medicine. It's a place of urgency and high stakes where a diagnosis can mean the difference between life and death, hope and fear. And for years, amidst the many cases of broken bones and heart attacks, a certain kind of story began to stand out to me. It was the story of people like Jennifer. Jennifer was a 37-year-old woman who came to see me suffering from severe, debilitating abdominal pain that had disrupted her life for over a year. We ran every conceivable test, blood work, scans, specialist consultations, only to return to her bedside with the frustrating news. Everything appears to be normal. For Jennifer, that news was devastating. When I told her that her illness remained undiagnosed, she broke down in tears, asking if I thought it was all in her head. And for me, as her doctor, it was a moment of profound powerlessness, witnessing real suffering, yet failing to provide an answer with the traditional tools of my trade. If this story sounds even remotely familiar, if you've ever been plagued by symptoms that no test can explain, if you felt dismissed or started to doubt your own sanity, then I want to tell you that you are in the right place. This course was created for you. First, let's be absolutely clear. Your symptoms are real. The pain is real. The fatigue is real. The digestive distress, the palpitations, the dizziness, they are all real. They are not imaginary, and they are not a sign of weakness. This is the most important message I want you to take away today. But before we go any further, we must talk about safety. First and foremost, be safe. If you are experiencing new, severe, or alarming symptoms, a thorough medical checkup is always the necessary first step. This course is for educational purposes. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Negative test results are, in one sense, good news. They rule out many serious life-threatening conditions, but they leave you in a frightening limbo. This situation is incredibly common. In fact, some studies suggest that up to one-third of all visits to a GP involve symptoms that lack a clear medical explanation. We call these medically unexplained symptoms, or MERS, and they can affect any part of the body. The most common ones include chronic pain, digestive issues like irritable bowel syndrome, fatigue, headaches, and palpitations. So, why does this happen? Why can the body produce such real and distressing symptoms when all the tests show that the hardware seems to be working perfectly? To understand this, we need to look beyond the traditional way of thinking about medicine. For the last few hundred years, Western medicine has primarily used what we call the biomedical model. This model views the body as a complex machine. When something goes wrong, it looks for a broken part, an infection, an injury, a genetic defect. And this model has been incredibly successful. It's given us antibiotics, vaccines, and life-saving surgery. But it has a limitation. It often treats the mind and the body as two separate things. This is where a more complete, holistic picture comes in, the biopsychosocial model. This model recognizes that our health is a dynamic interplay of three essential factors: our biology, our body and genes, our psychology, our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, and our social world, our relationships, work, and life experiences. I often use the analogy of a car. The biomedical model is like a mechanic checking the engine. If the engine parts are all fine, the mechanic might say, "There's nothing wrong with the car." But what if the problem isn't the engine itself, but the way it's being driven? What if the driver, our mind, is keeping the engine revving in the wrong gear? The engine might be perfectly healthy, but the car still won't run properly. This is the essence of the mind-body connection. Scientific research increasingly shows that psychological factors like stress, trauma, and unresolved emotions don't just stay in the mind. They trigger real physical and measurable changes in our nervous system, our hormones, and our immune system. This process, where psychological distress manifests as physical symptoms, is called somatization. Your body is speaking a language, its way of telling you that its internal alarm system is overloaded. This is why being told you are undiagnosed is not the end of the road. It's an invitation to start looking in a different place. It's an opportunity to listen more closely to your body's wisdom and to start deciphering its messages. In the lessons that follow, we will explore this mind body conversation in detail. We will learn what stress actually is and how its inner alarm system works. We'll journey into the gut brain axis, our body's second brain, and see how our emotions can affect our heart, our skin, and our experience of pain. Most importantly, we will explore practical evidence based strategies for finding relief, managing symptoms, and building lasting resilience. You have taken a courageous first step just by being here. You are acknowledging your suffering and seeking understanding. Please hold on to this. You are not alone, your symptoms are valid, and there is a path forward to healing. This isn't the end of the road, it's the start of a different, more integrated journey. Thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.